It was a beautiful morning in Pinecraft, Florida. Once again, the sun was out, the flowers were blooming, and there was a slight undercurrent of salt in the air. It was the kind of morning that made one want to look up into the cloudless sky and give thanks for the chance to experience such beauty. That's why it was a real shame that Mary Margaret Raber was beginning to get on Betsy's nerves. No, that wasn't exactly true. Mary had been grating on her nerves for a good 15 minutes. It was only in the last 2 or 3 minutes that Betsy had decided she'd had enough. There was only so much unsolicited advice a girl wanted to get before drinking 2 cups of coffee. "Do you hear what I'm saying, Betsy?" Mary asked. Taking note of the spotless kitchen, Betsy pasted on a fake smile. "Yeah, I've been hearing your words loud and clear." "Phew, for a moment there you were looking so confused I thought maybe I was giving you too much advice." Mary brushed a strand of blonde hair from her cheek. "Jason's told me that sometimes I have a tendency to go on and on." "Don't worry, you were fine." She just wasn't going to take any of her friend's advice. Relief entered Mary's light brown eyes. "Oh? Well, that's good. Wonderful good." Betsy smiled as she tapped her foot. Her friend needed to wrap this lecture up real soon, or else Betsy was going to do it for her. Not that anyone would blame her. The simple truth was that even though Mary had been married barely a year, she was already acting as if she had all the answers. She'd also been acting a bit full of herself, like she knew best, about everything. If Betsy didn't love her so much, she'd tell her girlfriend that this absolutely wasn't the case. However, since Mary and Jason had invited her to stay in their guest room for a whole month, Betsy did what she usually did. She smiled, looked grateful, and mentally planned to do what she wanted anyway. When at last Mary took a breath, she studied Betsy closely. "You sure are quiet. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?" "I do." Leaning against the kitchen counter, she crossed her arms over her chest. "Perfectly." For the first time in the past hour, Mary looked wary. "Betsy, all I'm trying to say is that you only got here 2 days ago. I'm sure you're tired. Don't you think you need more rest?" "I do not. Now that we've had our chat, I'm going to head over to Snowbird Golf Course and ask them about taking golf lessons."